Tonight, Governor Youngkin is ending a push to ban single-use plastics, but not everyone is happy about it.
Capitol Bureau reporter Jackie DeFusco is live in the Digital Center with more on Youngkin's latest executive order. Jackie.
Hey guys, well, Governor Youngkin says that his new executive order will increase recycling and create new clean energy jobs. But environmental advocates say it will cause irreversible damage and be a step backwards. At TFC Recycling, thousands of plastics being processed. Governor Youngkin taking a tour to learn how these used bottles can become new products.
There is a full-fledged market for recycling, and it works.
Governor Youngkin here signing an executive order that he claims can solve a problem and meet a growing demand, in part ending an effort to phase out most single-use plastics. The push under former Governor Ralph Northam directing state government agencies and colleges to stop buying, selling, and distributing certain bottles, utensils, straws, and food containers.
People talk about banning things and think they've solved the problem. And in fact, the reality is we need to talk about recycling things because, again, we're seeing plastic manufacturing up, recycling going down.
Youngkin's order also aims to increase recycling at state parks, reduce waste by redistributing unused food to those in need, and encourage the relocation of clean tech companies to Virginia to promote further progress.
You're going to see a march up in recycling over time because we're going to focus on it and measure it. What gets measured gets done.
But Environment Virginia Director Ellie Bamer says the state can't recycle its way out of pollution without reducing the problem at its source.
The most littered types of plastic that we find in our environment are single-use plastics. They are dangerous, they're costly to recycle, and they oftentimes don't end up being recycled.
Now, despite that pushback, that executive order is now in effect, and it will remain in effect unless Governor Youngkin amends it or rescinds it. Live in the Digital Center, I'm Jackie DeFusco, 8 News.
Thanks, Jackie.